Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue with TCU coach Jamie Dixon. Again, if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get you a handheld microphone. Identify yourself and your media affiliation as you pose a question. We'll make an opening remark from you, Coach.
Yeah, just got done with a workout over at Regis. They were great. Thank you very much for allowing us to use their facility. And a couple former players over there from Northern Arizona, so that was kind of cool to see. Obviously a little different. We didn't find out till 10 o'clock or so last night who were playing. So I did some stuff last night, had the scouting report ready for both teams, and then obviously did some walkthrough for that last night. Had a good little practice today, and we'll get some shots up. So, I feel pretty good about where we are health-wise. And, as I've told our guys, we feel like we're playing our best basketball. I thought we played very well in the Big 12 tournament with the win against Kansas State, and had every opportunity against Texas, didn't get it done, but I like how hard we played and how we executed at the same time in the half court. So worked on transition offense. It wasn't as good in that last game, and we just didn't convert on our opportunities. So we've got to do that this game.
Right down here in the second row.
Stephen Johnson, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. What were some of your first impressions of Arizona State Wednesday night?
Yeah, I'd seen them play earlier in the year. I'd watched them. I think I watched them in the Creighton game. I just saw Coach McDermott. I just saw Coach Drew. But I think I thought I'd seen, and I know I've seen them play a couple times. So I'd seen how athletic they were, how long. Knew some of their guys as well, a lot of their guys. So they made shots, and that's something that everybody looks good when they make shots, and they certainly made shots, and they made it for 40 minutes. So they're athletic. I think probably maybe more so the thing that's a little bit, I don't know, surprising, but knew they had good players. Surprised, not so much surprised, but they all played well last night. So the depth is probably the thing that I gained from last night initially. So been watching tape and doing all kinds of work on them since that time.
Right here on the right side.
Hey, Jimmy. Tyler King, Denver Gazette. Just curious, with a year under this team's belt playing together, obviously last season, still kind of getting to know each other, what kind of takeaways did you have from last season in the NCAA tournament, and what do you expect to be different this time around for this group?
We've been asked a lot about that. Obviously, we played really well at Seton Hall game. They were playing really good basketball, and we just came out and guarded. And we've got to guard. I mean, that's what we have to do, and we got to rebound. So we've made that very clear. Our rebound numbers haven't been where we wanted them to be this year, all year long. We've gotten better at it, but at the same time, we've forced more turnovers. So possessions-wise, we've kind of kept it the same. We've made up for it. It's helped our transition baskets. But we're different, and we're also different this year, too, because there's just so many guys being out. I don't know if you've seen our numbers, but, I mean, I look at the teams. I was looking at the Arizona State game. It was like Arizona's missed 3 games of their top 8 guys, and he was out for suspension for NCAA games. So we just had a lot of reinvention of our team throughout the year with the different guys. Mike out 9 games, Damian 6. I mean, it just kind of adds up. Emmanuel, Micah, they're all out.
Stay here on the right side, second row.
Kind of following up off of that, having all those guys out of the lineup, how did it was it almost like a blessing in disguise, because it kind of forced guys like Jacoby, Hade, and some of those other guys on the bench to kind of step up and grow up in a sense?
I mean, I don't know if it's a blessing in disguise. I think we'd rather have had him. But Hade, we had real confidence in Hade, and he just started out a little slow for whatever reason. But during that stretch when Mike was out, what I think you're referring to, Steven, he played really well. And so him in there is like having another starter now. When you get double figures, I think he was averaging double figures in nine games or something. He had double figures, 6 of those 9 or something. But he did a really good job. So I think that's what we saw. He got major minutes in league play. And Rondell's just kind of been in and out with injuries, but I feel he's at his best right now, so I feel good about that. I think that while the guys are out, Rondell was hurt too as well, so he wasn't getting the confidence, the minutes at the same time. Jacoby's just, I think Jacoby has always been a hard matchup for 5 men, so he's playing a little bit of that right now.
We'll stay on the right side.
Jamie, how valuable is it to have a guy like Mike at this time of year, just kind of playing the way he is? And is it just a case of where a guy could take over a couple games and you guys can make a run based off of just how good?
Yeah,
one
we
player
got
is?
we got to make sure. I mean, we're always looking for him, and he's getting shots. He's the second leading scorer in the league. So, what happened in that last game? It seemed like we had so many transition opportunities and good shots. And what normally, if you're number one in the country in fast break points, you want to take advantage of those. But we didn't convert, and at the same time, he probably didn't get the shots that we needed. There was a stretch where we got 4 or 5 stops in a row in a 4-point game. We didn't convert, and he wasn't the guy that got the shots. Now, they were good shots. One was a missed dunk. I mean, like, it just didn't go away. But we've got to make sure that he gets looks. Even if we're in transition, we've got to make sure that he gets to the foul line. He didn't get in the foul line last game, but we've got to make sure he does that.
On the left side towards the back.
Barry Lewis with Killer Frogs. Coach, throughout the season, the team has struggled at times at the free throw line. What's been done in the last week to prepare and focus on that?
Mr. Lewis, we're pretty good this year. I mean, for us, we've improved and significantly as a free throw shooting team. So we'll shoot a lot here today. We shot a lot this morning. We shot probably longer this morning, but I feel like we're getting the most out of our free throw shooting, but trying to get improved at the same time. Our main thing is getting to the foul line. That's what we want to do. That's our biggest stat. We want to get to the foul line more than our opponents, and then that's something we've done well. Didn't do as well last game, but we've got to get to the foul line. And I think we've had some guys go a little bit up and down, but I think we're shooting the best overall. We're shooting 38% three the last 5 games. It's the best we've shot the ball all year, and kind of what I thought we would be in the summer. So I feel we are shooting the ball well here now.
We'll stay here on the left side, right in the aisle.
Hey, Coach Brian Estridge, Frogs today. Do teams take on the persona of their coach if their coach was a player? Like, your teams have always had a toughness about it, which you did as a player. And I just wonder how Arizona State, did they mimic Bobby Hurley's game at all?
Well, I can't remember what I was like as a player. You seem to have come up with some things, but I would say, I mean, they play with a lot of energy, they're loose, Arizona State. They're fearless, I think, is another thing I've seen. But I don't know. I mean, I guess there was a thing up, I didn't see, but there's a lot of guys that didn't play. So, and I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't remember how I played, so you'll have to remind me.
We'll go back to the right side.
Jamie, you mentioned how you guys are top in the country in fast break points. Is that something you're looking to take advantage of against a team that is going to be coming off just one real day of rest after playing almost?
Yeah, I mean, we always do. If you're number one in the country, you've been doing it all year long. It's something we have, but we got to get stops. I mean, we got to get stops. And the last game we did get stops, we just didn't convert. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we're doing it more against them than because of that, but it is certainly an emphasis of ours. Going forward here, we got to get stops against them. That, our belief is if we get stops, then we can get the transition opportunities. And we had plenty in the last game. We just didn't convert. And we've got to get stops. If they shoot, I think that if they shoot 60%, we're not getting a lot of transition. It's seven turnovers and 60% from the field. They're not getting a lot of transition opportunities.
Do we have any further questions from the group? All right, hearing none, that'll do it.
Okay.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you very much.